Welcome to a fantastic tutorial on app promotional. So in this video content creation, I'm going to show you a fantastic tutorial which is called app promotional video adverts. So now I'm going to start the project, so I will input the video right now. Let's see. Alright, so since you have seen the video, so let's start the project now. So create a project. We are using 16:9. Okay, so I'll start the project. Okay. So all the material I have uploaded to my Google Drive, so just go there. The link will be under this video tutorial, so just go there, then you want to click on the link and bring in and download all the all the material file, the kind file too, like a template too. I have already uploaded to, you can download it too. Okay, so now we are moving. So we want to work on first the video intro, like the video that is making some sound in the background there. So I'm going to say, okay, let me bring it in the shop. So I am bringing the video. I just want to bring in like a solid background. Yeah, very good. So I'm going to work with the solid background, this one. So let me increase it because the video length I think is up to 55 seconds. So let's just add that 54. Okay, so make sure you enlarge your interface like this. Okay. So now the next thing is for us to bring in the music. I want us to, by this time, although I can work without the multi, I want us to work with the music and see what is going on. So let me bring in the music. Here is the sound of the video. Here's the sound of the video. So I'm going to play it to follow the flow of the sound. Look at it. So we can see the way it's coming out. At this junction, it come out to bring out the phone pin. So it means that we should have all information at this junction. The phone will come out, the phone frame will come out. Okay, so before of all work on it slide by slide so that we not miscalculate what we are doing. So at this junction, let me say, starting from this junction to this way, the phone should have come out to this way. So these three junctions, the phone should have slide in palm, so that when it's just sliding, it follow the flow of this auto sound. You can see the frequency of the sound here. So that's very good and nice. So this will help us a lot when you are able to follow sound analysis. It will help you to flow with your video. So now the next thing is text. So I'm going to say, now you need to have jot down your content. So okay. So I'm going to use Roboto Black. Okay. Enlarge it in short away like this. Alright, good. So this should be in the center. You can see that red line showing me that it's in the center. So now I'm going to look at this. Look at the text. It must be at this exactly, let's say exactly this place, so that if we are able to animate any part, it will not affect when we are cutting it, because when you animate and you cut it, when you use keyframe rather and you cut it, it might affect a lot. So now look at the text and the video what I'm following right now. So I see how do you, so I want to write do you, how do you, so capital, cap case, how do you, alright, nice one. So how do you, oh my god, so this how do you, I think they should, they come in together. Okay, so this how do you come in like this. Okay, it's like this. Let's put it here. Alright, whereby this one is like this. Okay, alright, good. Let's see. So in that case, you have it at the center here. Now how do you have to listen to the, because we have a jump of this side here, so let's use 134, I think 134 here. You should come out this junction, then this one is just, we are going to use a larger length from it, like pay, because it was the one that is at the background. Pay at work, let's put pay at work here. Then I'm going to use this. I hope you get this one. I've explained many of my video, so I hope you get it. Make sure it's at center. Alright, good. Then I'm going to take it to the back. Just send it back. Everything go back. Now I'm going to reduce the opacity, the alpha or the opacity. Okay. I'm going to set it to the horizontal. Alright. Alright. So the first, how do you? Now this one I'm going to use slide from the left. When I say enter from the left, yes, this is what I want. So it's enter like this. So I want to look at the way it enter. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to put a framework here. Before I put a framework, I'll just put this one. Before I enter, let me put this one, and this one pop up. Oh my god, what am I doing? I want to work on how, not a. Okay, so this one pop up. I'm going to give it a plus. So all these things I've explained, so we don't need to waste time. So okay. Let's see it. I'm going to give it a pop. So, alright. Good. So the reason why I give it a plus is so that it moved from this level. Let me give it, I'll give it a plus from here, so that it moved from here to here. Move from here to here, so to just be like this. So okay, still needs to move back, which you can get like this. I think it should be alright now. Let's just give it a little bit back. Yeah, that is good. So in that case, you see it. Can you see the scope of how it moves? Okay, you can see it now. Good. Now, how do you? I think how. Now there is something very important I would like to tell us there. I'm going to use red. Sometimes some statements might need you should use color and bold for it. Some will be light. So any statement, like a letter that is very important, like how was something important in this statement, so I use red for it so that people can see it. The U to is important, but I use bold. So in this along this video, we'll be seeing how I'll be mixing tiny letter, bold letter, color letter together to explain and educate our viewer. So because that's what video is meant to do. So it points their eyes to the very important statement, the very important quotation. It should be like this. Whatsoever it's point their eye to the very important thing we want to talk about there. So that is it. In that case, alright, let's see this one. How do you then just a little bit move to, let's see the sound. To duplicate this, I want to use part of it. Just okay. How do you pay at work? So I need to do. So the first one, how do you pay? So how do you pay? It will be here because I still want to move that one up. Let's just put it a little bit here so that it will not be too much. How do you pay? And this one will be at work. Now the pay, I think this is good. How do you pay? It's good. How do you pay at work? Now this will be a slide up or enter from up. This one too, same thing. They enter together. But there's a magic there that they are alright good. They are this one's like this. This one's like this. Let's that one so fast. Okay, I understand why it's so fast. Okay. So how do you make that work? It's because it's not balanced with this one. How do you pay at work? So I still want, so the pay will come out first. So at that time, the owl, let's keep it like this. Then here, then the owl. Okay, good. So let's move on. Actually, if you are not an expert in moving this thing, you can use a shape, like input a shape just like this to measure it. Okay, sometimes if the word is so tight, if you use a shape, you see it will help you to balance it. In what way? In the line, the red line will come. Now if I want to move this one, I will just move for an example. Let me see, I want to move it. Okay, I'll just do it for an example. You see that a line, it will form a line to maintain your stuff there. So I'll just back it. Good. So this one. Yes, this is what I want. Now, how do you then this one? This one, let's say that this junction like this. Now have do you have to follow? Okay, give it a dot here. Then give it a dot and then give it a dot there. Then let's look at how artwork come in. Yes, and the place of coming now give this one the last or stop here, then you move it. I think it's balanced. So if you look at it now, let's see. And do you pay at work? There's a little bit too far. Let's see. Let's just adjust. Just a little bit adjustments. Just adjust to something. You can adjust it at the end of the point. Yes. How do you artwork? This artwork too can be read for emphasis. To emphasize just the this thing. Now this background we are still going to work on a little bit on it, like the background, but notwithstanding, because it has a finished, we need to work on it. So maybe when we are through the work, we just work on the background a little bit. Then let's work on let's give it a character mode. So by the time we do this, we are getting something. So we move to where the phone comes out. How do you pay that to work on? Alright, so we are going to scatter everything. So the first one to appear will be A. A will be the first one to appear. That means that the other A will appear with fade. Let's write it. Appear with fade. Let's see. So this one that has the longest one, we are just going to hide it, and the way to hide it is just to load the opacity. So A will appear first, and the finishing of appearance of A. Then when A appear, what wants to appear next is So we are going to scatter this thing, and we are going to learn a lot from this simple trick. So we are going to cut. Alright, so we are going to make this one to disappear at 6. Let's say 7. But this is okay because we are working on it to be very fast. Alright, so let's make it disappear at this place. That means that our text is disappearing at that place. So let's bring this one will appear at this place. So we have to work on this one. So let's cut it here. just cut everything on this one. So cut it to the right. So you have to take time with this job. So that's why you have to judge when it comes to how things like this. So the first one, I think that one should go last. Let's take this program first. This one we have fade away here. Let's take a little bit here. Fade away of this one here. Let's just take a little bit here. This one also have to fade, but this fade we have 1 second, so slower than that one. I think you just give everything the same fade. See the way I'm working with this on. So this one, let's give it white. Good. Okay. This one will appear here. It will disappear and here. So its appearance here, we want something like now this kinemaster can do letter by letter in a unique way that we want rather. It can give the letter by letter in a unique way that we want. So this is how we're going to manipulate it in case we mix those down for so you are going to take it letter by letter. That means that you are going to write everything letter by letter. So how many letters do we have in this appearance? We have wow, I think we have 9 letters. So that is just so we are going to have 9 extra because we are going to leave this one. So number 1, we have the D here. So just put the D here. You can see that I left one so that we can have a way of balancing it. I put I where I is here so that you can get it. So this might be applicable to all of that surface. So put it in. So let me just do everything so that you don't spend too much of time. So that's how you are going to arrange everything. Now at the point of the movement of this thing, we have to apply text. Let's apply text. I want to apply text so that we can write. Now write this text. Yes. So we are going to be writing the text one after the other so that it can be a unique one. I think the font that I use should be around this place. Yes, this one font maybe. Okay, it's almost the same thing to as you can. So let's look at it where we can put the text. How about make this thing disappear? So it's just how about I've outlined how to make the how about we make this problem. So the first one is how. Then we know that about can fit this space. Then we make this problem here. Then followed by disappear. Alright. So this one we have to fade in. Everything we have to fade. Just give it a fade of. Let's give it this one. That's how it will be. A little bit, the fade is too long. Alright, good. The fade is very good here. So just give it that same fade, then duplicate. How about good? Just a little bit space. Then give it how about so how about here to at this place, just duplicate, then give it your last card here. How about the reason why I'm giving it a little bit small, you can see because I've expanded the time frame, so you have to work with time frame when you are dealing with this kind of work. How about we let me take small letter here. How about we so here to little bit. Okay, how about to make so how about to make so I'm trying to look at that make. Okay, also duplicate. Hold it, just hold it down, automatically to move to where that red line it is. How about to make this problem. So this just arrange it here too. And then this one, then problem. You can see that I work with the content I have with me. So this problem, capital P, RP. Okay. Then since the major thing that we are talking about here is this problem, so enlarge it a little bit. Then you are going to make it red. Make it red. Red. Good. So then this, you're just going to load the opacity, then make to just load the opacity. Everything that is not important, just give it a little bit of opacity. Okay, how about we make this problem? Okay, you can see red, and so if we look at it now here, that's it. So you can see, I think it's very good like this. How about we make this problem? Alright. So let's see. I think at that place it's shouted at this junction. Let me look at the music. Yes. So we can just bring in, how about we make this problem disappear? So let me copy this one. So it's now already done. You can just cut it like this. And this place we have disappear. We'll make this one this here. And we'll make this one disappear. And just so this place we have to work on this disappear. So that's it. Alright, once you know that one, then you can, okay, I think we have known this one. The payment was declined, good. Then it made the top one. Oh, before I put that, because you have to get the actual place. So this one have to move faster than the other guy coming from that. So you can just adjust your keyframe. Instead of the keyframe to start here, to start at this place of this, the keyframe, his own keyframe will start here. So let's look at it, so that it can move faster than the other guy coming. So when we look at it here, you can see that it moves faster than that guy. Though we can do it in a way, but we just want it to have a little bit reflection. Alright, I think it's okay like this. So just make sure you balance it. I think it's now well balanced, that's why I'm changing it. Okay, good. Right, so the other guy, you just come in, slide off, that's nice. So you can see it here now. So same thing, then it have to move here to again. So we are using the last guy. Yeah, so we don't need to duplicate again, we just need to crop this one here, insufficient, so just crop it here. Insufficient. Okay, I think it still remains to insufficient balance. Okay, before the insufficient balance, we have to, it should have been, this what am I doing now? Yeah, it should have been this, it should be the last. Okay. Now I want to check this one. Have I worked on you? Okay. Okay. So I got it. So it's a mistake. This one had to be, there. Let me just back it. Yes. So the insufficiency will just be here. Insufficient balance will just be here. So I will note that the insufficient balance should come in around this space. So let's just break it there. Then give it an animation, slide off, lower it. Now before we give it this animation, we have to, so that to balance the remaining one. So we have to use keyframe. Keyframe it here. Keyframe it here. You can take the keyframe, the same thing with those, the three that remain. So let's just keyframe it here. Keyframe it here. So I think that's it. So I'm going to put here. Look at the keyframe, the last keyframe. Then click on it. Keyframe it with plus. Keyframe the third one with plus. Alright, good. So I'm going to move it one after the other. Go to the last keyframe here. So move it on. Let's see. I'm going to move it off here. Move the second, the last one off here. I'm looking at the weight movie. I think that was it, right? So let's look at it. There is no. Okay. It will just remain small. Just remain small. Just remain small. Nice one. Then I think this one. Alright. So I think we get it here. Right here. That's it. So we can still move this one a little bit off here. And then adjust it a little bit. I think it's too fast. And so we're going to give it a slide up. I'm sorry, I've forgotten that I haven't given it a slide up animation. So let's see it. That's very good. So we play the sound. I'm not going to, you can see it like that. So it's very good. So the next one is that everything will move to this side. So let's see it. Yes. So at this point of, let's give it at this point, just as in, because if you listen to the sound very well, at this way you can see it increase here. It increased the wave here. So even it should have moved from here to here. It increase the wave here. So this is where we are going to move all this thing to this side, and another text is going to come out here. So you get it. So it's just the matter of sound that you use, that you follow, and you can also apply your own sound, like the pop-up sound, like pump. All those pop-ups will be applied to this unique sound. So if you just need the pop-up sound, you can just download it from AFS of kinemaster here, like the under the audio. Just all those things will be applied. It was applied to how this one was moving, and that's the most advisable thing for you to apply your own pop-up. I'm just using this one so that the work can be faster. This has been already applied to this sound. So what I just have to do is just to follow it so that the work can be neat, because if it's not followed, the work will not look mature to the brain. So now let's move. So I'm going to give it this one here, then at this place that it has moved, this one here. Okay, should even be up to, let me see it. Okay, should be up to at least this place. That's what I'm looking at. Because at this page, this one here, nice. Okay, good. So just keyframe like a fast walk like that. 1, then 2, then 3, the phone, then 4. Alright, good. Once it's done, go your keyframe, take it like this, do the same thing to the other. Okay, so make sure you do the same thing to the other. Alright, okay, so we are going to take this one here, then just move it here. Very, very simple. Just make sure you didn't miss the flow, the line up of it, and if you miss it, it's just a starting point. So you move, let me start from the down here. Yes, so we can have an accurate, at least an accurate setup here. So it move here. The second one, it follow. So just make sure you're on this straight. Once you keep on practicing it, you will get it. Alright, so this is it. So the last one here. Okay, if you look at it now, you see that it's moved together. I think only the top one is doing some. Is in my eyes? It's balance, yes. So it moved together. At the point it moved together, another test will now come out here, which is how about, so it's come out here. So let's bring. Okay, so listen to the music again. So at this place 09558, this way all the phone, everything we moved out. So let me draw it here, so that, because it's better for you to have an accurate point, so that if you animate, if you use any keyframe there, it can maintain that format. So okay. Alright, so this is the accurate point of stopping it. So let me expand it again. So okay. Alright, so at this point, before it crying out a, so let's just go so that you understand what I'm saying now. The phone have to flow in. So we are going to use in animation of slide up. Let's see like this. Alright, great. Okay, when it's slide up here, let me see. So let's duplicate this one. You have to measure the slide up, like assuming we animate everything, will it be able to contain it? Let's see. Now, yeah, it can contain it. So it's even the space here, it should not be up to that. So let's say it keep like this. So that means that the phone has to still be a little bigger. Let's make the phone a little bigger like that. Okay, so this one can just stay here. us to work on this. Very good. Right, let's work on this one. On this first one. So this first one is very simple. What we do is that we just animate it into, yes, we say slide up. Very easy. So it slide up at the very point, the instant the phone come out, it slide up. So when the phone come out, it slide up. As it slide up, can you share the card? So make sure all the file, I'm going to say you can see a little bit of card at the front of this text. I also put that onto it in Pixel. Okay, this is where the slide has come out. Can you share the card? So after that, it have to move to the front. So another one have to come out at this junction where we have marked. So it means that at this place to this place, this one have to move. So at this place to this place, this one have to move. So what you have to do is that click on it here. This one have to move to the top. So we are going to use keyframe to move it at this place now. Here, nice one. To this place. So it has to move up a little bit like this. That's it. How to move up like this. I think it's much. But before that, let's see the second one. The second one. So you just have to cut this one to the left and bring this one here. This one will be at this place. So it's the second aspect that will be there. I hope you are getting. Can you share the payment decline? Okay. As it moves off, you can see, yes, it's a little bit, even remains small. So it's for it to balance. So let me see it. So it's just remains, no. You want to use keyframe. So take it like this. A little bit up. Don't forget you can use a shape to maintain the line, so that it gives you the right line. Alright, good. So this one will slide up to, I think they slide up, let me see. Alright, the slide up is very good. Let me see. So it still remains small. So good. So I'll just adjust it. Yeah, a little bit small. Okay. Then this one a little bit small. Come here. Okay, good. Okay, that is it. Don't worry about its displacing. We are going to set it now. So after it slide up, so we move to the next level. Using this one now. This one to the second one have to come in. That is this. So let's duplicate first. Alright, so cut it to the edge. Yes. Then the second one that is coming up here is the third one. This FS, this and this is this and this. So all this, my payment was declined. You can see the red mark there. So they have footage, they have video, transparent image I got from Canva. So everything I'm going to send this as a pack to us. So here we go. Now before we move, so we have to work on this one too, just like that one. Yes, so at this place the keyframe, nice, then to this place, yes, so it moved up, it moved to the position of this one. So make sure you have set the one of this down so that you can know what you are doing. And then at that place, this bigger one too, which is the bigger one of this one, it moved to the keyframe. Okay, then you look at the keyframe of this one. Just look at it like this. No. Just use this thing to move it. Okay, you get it. So once you look at it like that, the next thing. Alright, so following the sound now, we will be able to get our tangible place for the thing to move. So I think let's give it a time stick. So here goes the write up. You can see, can you share the card? My payment was declined again, and it said this and this, so insufficient. Now this is how it will move. So this card first will come out, second this one, third this one, like that. So what we are going to do is to crop. So the first thing, you crop this one, you crop it. I've already taught us all these simple things, so we just have to fast so that the video will not be too long. So you crop this one, then let me see it here. Oh wow. So you crop it, duplicate it. Let's just put the duplicate here and work with the other one. So this one here, let me see it here. This one here, make sure it's here. So we put it here. Now the phone before first come out, so let's just say this one is here, and that we have to adjust a little bit of adjustment here. Let me see the phone frame. This is the phone frame. This is the phone frame. So let's give it here. Once the phone come out, this one come out. So let's say this one will come out at this junction here. Just hold it down and move it. Alright. So before we work on this one, before we work on it, I think it started from 0.2. Let's see. Let's listen to the music and select how it will come out. Now let's look at it. The way the music is pointing in pam, all those sound has reflected in the sound, in the music. Now let me see it. I think the first one, second one, third. Now there's move finish. At this point, okay, let's give it again. Yes, so that you can be able to know what you are doing. So now you are going to bring in shape. If you look at that video very well, you will see that it's a shape, a circle shape. No, you can even just use radius like this, then expand your work like this. So you are going to make sure that you use, then you are going to load the opacity here, so you can see how I bring shape. So I've taught everything in my product video, but that course is very full, even if it as it is it. So the stroke is white, So make this, sorry, the stroke color is at this place. So make the stroke color white. So here we go. There we go. Alright. So this is it. So make sure that you set it very well. You can use your grip here. Click here. So just make sure you set it so that we can have at least, because we're having, I think it's 4 tests that is coming out like that. Yeah, so once you are done with it, so big like this. So don't allow this thing to be too big. I think now I think it's a little bit big. So make sure it's very tiny. It's a tiny thing. So the stroke can just be like 4. So it's very good like this. So you write your test. I think the first test now is MCT. The fourth test, let's take the fourth test. The first test is, can you share the count? Can you? So what you have to do is to do this one. Can you share the count? Alright, great. So on this, you change the fonts. Just use commonly, if you are just starting out, you just follow the simple font, Roboto, and some of the fonts I will use in this video, because I use some of new fonts in this video apart from Roboto. So you can just use anyone out of Roboto, medium, or anyone. So make sure it's this one, you can key it here. Then this one, just make sure it's like this. So you expand it and put it very well. So I'm just going to use the one that I've already did and exported, so that we don't waste much of our time. So this is how you are going to do all those ones that I just did. Once you do it like this, take this one to this place, do the second one like that, third one and fourth one. So then you just want to export it with transparent background. Then when you get to kinemaster, you see what I will do to crop it and use each one of them. So now let's go back to kinemaster, how I did it. Now I'm just going to import the one I did. So I'm going to go to kinemaster now. Alright, this kinemaster, welcome to kinemaster. So you just have to go to this layer. I've already bring in the phone, so let's just leave it like this, because you need to still expand it. So okay, in terms of this nation. So now we are going to bring in the shape, those ones that I've already did. So let me bring in the shape. So here is the pixel lab. So you have to set your image size to just give it like a YouTube thumbnail. So I used to, because that's the size of the video, though it's not affecting, but so that you can be able to arrange your work. So alright, so the next thing that it remains here now is that the phone should slide in. Now you have to expand this thing. So the phone now to slide in at this. Then there, if you look at the video very well, there is some text that is rolling on the phone. So for us to do that, we are going to do that on Pixel. We are going to do the text that is rolling on the phone on Pixel. So before that, I'm going to bring in the phone here. So the phone material and all those tests, I can send it to you, but I don't think we need the text. If we want to create it, we need to create a unique text on our own. So I'm going to teach us how I created it in a circle. It's very, very simple. So once you create it in a circle, you will be able to use it. Now let me see, I think the text should be under I'm sorry, I didn't arrange my workflow very well here, so sorry for that. Hello, welcome to the tutorial. So this is how we can work on gray screen video. So I did this one so that you balance the other one that I did. Okay, I want to teach you how you can do some color correction on the video. Now if you look at this video, let me hold the green screen. Okay, you can see now that I have bring in all the video that we need for this particular things. Now the green screen is on. I have it now, so you can see now that this is the green screen, so you can see the way it is. Alright, so I have explained some principles that guide you shooting a green screen video. Now if you look at this tool, it's a green screen. You can see it's just a green screen, like you put green code at the background, then you adjust it. It's not compulsory that your video count all this place. I'm going to show you that I cropped some part of it. Now if you look at this crop now, you can see some part of it that it's here. Okay, so I just crop it. So once you shoot it and take all the aspects, what you just have to do is to just crop the water of the video. You just crop the one back it in Alright, so you just crop it to the dimension of your green screen. Good, so you just crop it to the dimension of your green screen. Now sometimes because of small what is it called, small gadget that we are using, the light might be too much sometimes. So I'm going to show us, like this place now, the light is somehow. If you look at the exposures of the light, you can see sometimes it's light and black. So what you have to do is to just go to color correction here. I think I didn't correct this one. So let me see the one I corrected. I think this one, the light is, it has some light color. It has some light color. I want to look at the place I have worked on the color. There's a place I work on the color. So oh my god, it's not solution. Okay, I think I want to check. There's a place that I have darkened it a little. I just dark it because the way it exposed up, so okay, so assuming the first clip, like this place now, you can see the light is somehow much. Assuming I want to work on the light, I will just go to you just need to work on this very contrast. I think contrast will make it, this is a bit more lighter here, but you just have to do it. So maybe just give it like a 2. So you work on all this color to make it deep to your own satisfaction. Then you can see the way I crop all this place. Why did I crop it like that? Because there are some aspects that maybe the way I look up here is different from the way I look down here. Now you look at the exposure, that's why I cut it. I follow the exposure to cut it. So I look at the exposure, how it was exposed. You can see how the light was not stable. So that's why I cut it like that. So my aim is to manipulate the color of that light, the way it's moving, so that will regulate the light. Once you're able to regulate the light, then the next thing that you just have to do is to remove the now this place. I want you to look at how this place moves. Now look at the hand here, is a little bit green. It's a little bit green. So let me see. You can see now this place now I bend down. So when I bend down, I move this clip, I move it down, like just move it like this. It just follow like bend down, because so that there should be a little change to occur. Now look at this one too. I move down. You can see that I have moved down here. I have moved the clip down, but people will not know because I bend down. So they thought that all this thing will went down together. So think yes. So after that, I use a clip of this video, which we can easily get on kinemaster video green screen here. Once you bring it, just bring it to a layer here. So I just bring it to this layer. So I just brought it here. Then remove the background, remove the color, green color, because it has green color, you can see. So just remove the green color and it will remove automatically. So once you use green color, once you're on your green exposure here, it will remove automatically. It will remove once you're on it like this. Now sometimes it might not remove very well. So what I do, I click on this one. You can see the place that is very white. That is the place that is not removing. So you will just manipulate this and this by dragging. Now if I drag it to the back here, you can see that the background it will show the background. So I have to drag it like this. So depending on the exposures of your light. So if you shoot under a well light, not under direct sun, just in your room, just like I did it here, just in your room, then under a well water light you can now luckily for me there was light out when I shoot it in the afternoon. Then I hold my lamp. Okay, I put my lamp at the top of my head. Then I make sure that I open the window so that there can be some light, but it's not a direct light. So that is why you can see that it's very clean. And I use a clean background too. I just pick a solid background. So that's how you can do a green screen video. So I've made a one that I've talked about. I talk about it. I'm going to change that one. So this one is just the addition of it, like an advanced video on it. So you get it. So thank you. So this is the unboxing. Right now I've been in everything I will need. So this place you have to pay attention very well, because there's some logic aspect there. So let's expand our time frame with your 2 finger. Now after you expand your time frame, come back here. Okay, very good. So this now, yeah, it will be here. So at this place, just count like let's see, 500 plus this one will be 16 to 16 200 16 200. Let's see. They should have come in from here. Yes, because if you don't use time frame, large time frame, you might miss some animation aspect. It's better if you use large time frame. Now at this place now, though it is a little bit too small, because yes. Should be on to this. Get the exact bookshelf. Okay, let's just cut it here to the right. Then that means that at this position we miss something there. But notwithstanding, we can adjust that. Duplicate this one, then we can use it to adjust what we really need. I'm going to teach you how to do that now. This one here back. And the junction here. Hold it here. I want it to be at this place. This place. So I want it to be okay, since it's not, I think the time it's too short, that's why it's not cutting. It's very short. So we are going to remove the flow here. Okay, I think it will turn it out to flow here. So we are going to adjust it to the previous one. I think it's by removing this thing. I don't want to export it down. Okay, good. So at this junction here, so I'm just going to make it up. Then we want it to be in this format. The format of this one, the previous one there. I think we get it. So as you can see it, let's see it here. It's a little bit bigger. Alright, good. So it will be at the back. Let's send it back. So from here, which is this space, just give it a frame. So let's say this space before this one got exhausted, let's give it a frame. Before we give it that frame, you just have to put them. Alright, so this place now, we want this one to be very small, and as it's small, rotate like this, go like this. Let's make it smaller so that this one will enter in a way you will see the way they will do. Okay, so make sure you first of all do the card so that you can understand the way you are going to do it. Alright, now this one will come out, wipe off. This one will just be fade, not wipe off. Let's just use fade. Yes, but it will be down, it will be back, sent back in the balance. So yes, very here. I think it's too long. Let's give it like this and see. Alright, here we go. This is the next one we are going to do. Now if you look at my position of this thing is positioned to this left hand side, because that's where I want it to be. If I position it to the middle, it's very good too. I can do it like that, but I just want a fast work, so I position it to where I want it to be when I import it to kinemaster. So that's why I follow the procedure. So this one is very easy. Bring it the shape, bring it this shape that you see at the down here. Let me show you. You see that this is just a shape. So this is just a shape. Then make sure the shape is set to this face. Then reduce the opacity. Then bring in this picture of your own or of the app analysis, whatever how the job might be. Then bring it. This is just to teach you on how motion graphics view that once you want to do your job,
you'll be able to handle it very well. Be able to handle it. Then most of the job they will give you a video that they like you to do like that. So that's why it's very motion graphics or video advert is very easy to do. They will give you samples of a video that you can follow to replicate it, except if those people is new, and there is a way to go about it, which I'm still going to show you in inspiration bucket. So now we have this times. I also did it, so it's very simple to do. Just use text. It's text that you are going to use, just like that mark. Then you apply background this thing to it. You apply background color to it. So you set your background color. You can see that I apply background color. You set it in a way to become shape like that. So you arrange all this one too. So that is how you are going to do this one. You put a shape here, you do this one here, so this one remains solid. Now I'm going to share this file and all those things that I did here. You can import it to kinemaster, to Pixellab. I'm going to share this file and the PLP. I'm going to teach you how to input PLP to your Pixellab. Then you see all the procedure I did here. So and the next one is the phone aspect. Now this phone, we have phone aspect. You can see it here. Where is the phone frame actually? Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, the phone frame, we put the phone frame here because there's an aspect that we need here. Good. So there's an aspect that we need the phone frame here. Okay, let me just take this one. This one is not part of it, so don't be confused. Okay, it's not part of the phone frame. Now look at the phone frame. Now you can see here the phone frame and the thing inside. Now I'm going to teach you how this phone frame work. Okay, now good. Now if you look at this phone, I've locked it. If you look at it, you see that the phone, this is a phone frame which I've sent to you, which I'm going to send to you like that. Then you can see this one. This is a shape. I just bring it the shape, then adjust it to this phone frame. Then you make it to be at the back, not at the front, at the back. Then you input this one, which is called the payment physical cards, then virtual card. If you look at this physical card, I put a line of red there, just like the way I taught you. Just make sure that it's a small line, virtual cards. So it's just to portray the illustrations of the app. So most of the time they will give you the interface of the app, so it will not be a big burden to you to just be designed like this. They just screenshot it, then when they screenshot it, they make it to be in phone frame. Just put it in phone frame. So it's very simple. So I'm going to go to kinemaster back and import all these graphics one by one to the right place, so for us to understand how video work and how motion graphics work. With this we can do a lot of motion graphics work and kill the show and take our cool cash. Alright, let's go. So note that you make the tiny arrow down green, so that is it. Then once you make it, you did it to be 3 like this, you join it together, just will join together. So it's very simple. So you can see that it's joined together. So you can see it. So you join together. Now this is very important. The aspect we have now. Let's go. Now after you did this, after you are through with this, you now have to export it. Now because of the way we want the animation to be, and when you look at video you see it very well, we want this one to come in separately. You can see it. We want this one also to come in separately. So what you have to do is for export this one come in first, then this one follow, then this one follow. Alright, so what are we going to do now? So you are going to do it like this. Make this one, make it invisible like this. So make sure it's at the same point, so that you know, make sure you first set it as you want it to be, so that you not give you stress work. Then you save this one as transparent. You come in transparent. So you save it. You save what? You save the image. So once you save the image, you choose very high. You save the image. It render the image. after it render the image, so after it render the image, you come here again, you make this one visible, you hide all those ones that remain, then you make the text first visible, you export it the same way you did to that shape. So that's how you did all the aspect. Now we are going to go to the next aspect of the graphics that we design again here. Let's go. Alright, so this is the next one that I mean. So you can see here, I just set it. Now I'm going to teach you how I did that. So the first thing, you bring in this your shape, bring in the shape, stretch it like this. So just do it at any format that you like, just adjust the radius a little bit. Alright, then after that, this text that I did, let me increase it and you see it. This text, you can see Obafemi created a payment. This is transaction details you sent. So this number, this is just like a receipt number. So in that case, just type the text. Now before type this transaction details, type the transaction details. Let's say this is the transaction details. You have changed the font, then you change it to black. Oh, sorry for that. This one should be just being red so that you can see it. Okay, so this one black. Alright, then change the font, but I'm not going to change the font now since you can. I've taught you how to change the font. So change the font, put it here. Then the same thing, type this one. Let me say I copy this now, duplicate it. So type it here, then you send, you type it there, then you reduce the size, you reduce the size, set it here, so you get it. Then now this one that I did, I want to teach you how I did that. You can see that the text combined together. Now let me say I have written the text of Obafemi created a payment, the first one. The second text that is under it will be a tiny one. That means that I have to change the font or load the opacity of the text. Then make sure you can use this to set it. If you are not getting it right, just use the glue to set the line. So when you set the line finish, then you do it the same. It's the same text that is under this face and this face, the same thing. It's just that the date is different. So you do the same thing, then you change the one that is down there, date. Now after you do it, let's say I did the 3, which is this 2. Then you now come here at this place, you come to this way, you come to here, you click here, you click this one, then you combine it together with this, so it will be combined together. So note that you cannot edit it again with the text. That's the disadvantages. You cannot edit it again. You can see that the text is now together. You can move it together. You have grouped it now. So once you group it, this one is grouped, then leave it. Then now you can see that I group this one alone. Then now look at this green button here. This circle, then it has a mark. So what you have to do is to use your shape, select shape, select circle, then make sure the circle is like this. Select the circle, then go to your text. Okay, just select mark. Let's use this one. Then you make this one green, then you make this the text white, just like I it here. So very simple. Then enlarge the text, enlarge this one so that it will be accurate to that one. Let me make the shape. Let me make the shape green. So just make it green. Or just use any color. Okay, good. So now we are good to go. So you can see it now as it is now. Alright, it's very good. So what you just have to do is to do like the way I did it for this one. Join it together. Once you join together, then to remake the stroke here, the stroke between them, you just use shape, use this rectangular shape, then pile it like this. and bring it here. You can see it. So but make sure that, let's join that one together. We have to join that two together first, or in a way you might, but it's better to join the two together if you are starting out, so that when you are reducing it, one will not be smaller than another. And then just reduce the, you can use relative size. Yes, bring it like that. Okay, yeah, then it's very simple here. Duplicate again, bring it here. Let me use this one more faster. Okay, alright, so that's how you do it. You know that you make this alright, so these are what we need now to go to pixel. So I have transparent background here, but I'm going to bring in the work, the one that we need now. Okay, let me see. Okay, now we are still going to do this one. So now I think what we need now is the first of these, the active here. Yes, active here, getting these. Alright, then we need the coins here, the card this thing here. Okay, still need the card. Okay, I've everything. Alright, the card here. Yes, good. I think this is all. I'm not mistaken. Yes. Okay, good. Alright. So here is what we need for the first input. If you look at the video very well. So how did I design this thing? I bring in shape, bring in your shape, this shape, then increase the radius like this. When you increase the radius, let me use transparent background so that we can all see the movements. Okay, let me use this one. Right, so increase the radius. So let's go back to this place here, then edit here. Okay, so you are able to move it the way you like. If you increase the radius, you can see that it becomes circle, but we don't want it to be circle, just want it to be in this format. So and not to the radius means the angle here to be bent, so we still need it to be more bent. Okay, so just do it to your own favorite size, but I wish that you just follow this one so that the work can be good. So you can reduce it here, so you can see now that we are able to get this replication of this thing. We are able to get the replication. So the next thing is that we making, you can write your name here. So just like, it's very simple, bring a text, write your name like my own name. Let me just say that VCC, maybe it's video creation, okay, and then give it a font, because that font should be bold font. Okay, I can use Roboto black. Then let me go to color. I'm going to use black. Then reduce it. Then work on it. Make it here. So sometimes you need to use Greek. So to just when you apply this Greek, and you want to set some of this thing, you can apply this one. I think I should be able to have talked about this in my, if you look at the product video, because I explain much about much about this motion graphics. So this motion graphic bot is an app promotional. So after that you do this one, then you still copy the same this thing. Just leave copy the same this thing, but now you are going to use another font. If you look at this font of this one, is very what is tiny. So let me say, let's use the same name, assuming that we are having the same name here. Active budget, then marketing is at this space, then my picture is here. Look at this picture. Let me increase it. This picture, this small picture, this small picture was let me copy this one so that you can see it. I use what is it called, this picture, input it to this space. I use Canva to do that. I've already did that on Canva. Just type frame, then select sample frame, this sample frame, then bring in your photo, input it to it. It will did that automatically. Then you download it, transparent background. Okay, I've taught that all those one. So now we have this. Then this one, just use your text. We use text for it. Just use your text, cancel, then go to this space, then greater than, just use your greater than keyboard there. I'm sorry for that. Greater than. Alright, when you get that greater than, you just bring it, then you lower the opacity. Just lower the opacity. So let's lower the opacity, then bring this your picture on here. So then you bring this one here, or you bring it to kinemaster on here. So this how you do it. Okay, I think that is it. So I leave this place of the money that you'll be calculating and so that we do it in kinemaster. You see the way we animate it, so it's very good. So that's how you do this one. Then we are going to go to the next stage of the next stage. So the next template also we are using is just the same way in that pattern too. It's the same way in that pattern, but there's something that is different in the. Alright, so at this point we have to make this this card to enter. If you look at the video, it enter a something very small graphics. So we are going to do all those graphics once and for all in Pixellab. So we are going to do the graphics in Pixellab. So I'm going to go to Pixellab now to do all the graphs, so that will just be important. Though I have everything, and I'm going to share the file with you. So let me teach you how I did that in just 1 minute. Alright, now we'll bring in the straight card. So after this 3D rotate, we need to have a straight card here. So then we have to look at the position that this card will get to. Now we think that this card, following the sound frame, now we still want to apply some text, and now let's say the text will come out here. So at this place, I think there should be a sound. Yes, at this place you can see the flow of the sound. That's when all this card want to enter another template. So if you look at the video very well, you can see that the card enters one template. So that's when it will enter. So I make sure that it was done at that right place, so that it will not affect our keyframe, because that's how kinemaster work. It will not affect our keyframe. Alright. So in this place now, this is the first place you are going to have. Yes. So the first thing, that this card need to move to this place, but we want it to be animated to this particular place. So like it will be like this one is one that transform again to this way when it was rotating in. So it has to be a little bit fast. So let's say this one will be one here at this place, from back face to right, say at this place. Yes. So before we even do that, let's put it to the right place first. So this is where we want it to be. There are some text that we displace here. So in a way it should be here. Let's give it this. So some text we displace here. So in that case, so before us give it here, then here. So we want to do 2 animation frame on this place. So now the first one is that to first be like this, then rotate it like this, bring it in. Okay, so at this point it moves like this. You can see it move like this. So at this point we want it to be a little bit bigger and move up a little bit. So when it moves like this, you can see it. So we'll be able to write our text there. So let's adjust the color of this one, go down. It's a little bit black. Alright, now I'm just going to use this text. So we have our content, physical card that empower employee. So I'm going to write it one after the other. So physical. So first one after the other, physical card. So close to this place. Then this physical, because it's our target point, so it will be red. So let's duplicate this one again. So card, whatever your target points, just make it bold or choose different color for it. It will help you a lot the time of branding video. So let's make this one white, but it will not be bold. Let's just reduce it. Instead of using this thing, you can just reduce the length or use fonts, a tiny font like let's say this one is more tiny, so you can see that. You can just increase your cost. Let's reduce it. If I want to look at it. So physical card dot empower, then duplicate again. That also is in the same format of that tiny one. Duplicate again. That empower. Okay. Alright, empower. Be a little bit bold. So let's choose the fonts that we are using before it, so that it's more bold. That's this one go here, this one here. Okay, so let's duplicate this one. This employee can just use right to employees. Let's use right, just distributions. Okay, now let's still make it a little bit this one also. think we are okay with this now. Okay, so physical card, that's empower employee. Now this one is going to fade, so now let's look at it. So we are going to cut this one, same thing, and go that. So when you just hold it, you hold that empower, just a little bit shift, so employee. Alright, if you look at it now, you see physical card, that empower employee. So you can see the way it comes out with this one, so it's very okay here. So now we move to the card on here. So at that place, now let's adjust the text. The text needs to still get to that length of this place. So in a way, let's shift it here. So I'm just going to shift it. That's the major thing that I'm going to do. So let me shift it. Here we have two cards. We have the card here. So the card rotates at this place. Now if you look at the dimensions of this card, this is also a trick that you have to but because of kinemaster is not having 3D rotate, it only have vertical rotate. So then you have to make this card to be in a like 3D rotate, which you can do in Pixel Lab, but I've already did this card in 3D rotate normally here. So if anything you want to do, you want it to rotate the way it will rotate here now, you should have for do it in 3D rotate in Pixel Lab, which I'm going to still talk. I'm going to teach you about that, do a short video on that 3D rotate. We are going to do it. So that will help you if you want to rotate in vertical rotate. It will help you a lot. That 3D rotate is just like horizontal rotate, with it follow horizontal rotate and some Z axis. So it's like Z axis and X axis. So that's how 3D rotate is it. So now here is this one now. Let's just enlarge it. Before we enlarge it, so we are going to this how it will be. So we are going to go to keyframe, go to the last end here. For the last end, click here, then go to the back. So this is how we want it to be. So you just take it like this. You see that the way you take it like this, like it's rotating in, then just slow it like this. I think that's how it should be. I think more larger, it should be large. That's what it will help it to make more sense. So large here, yes, good. So it's large in, so you can still reduce it like this to help us. Alright, so it's large, so you can see the flow. Now after that, this card, what I did is that I changed the color. Now this color is somehow to me, so I changed it to like dark color. Then I think I turned the contour. Let me see the contour. Good. So it's good like this. So after that, just send it to the back. Good. So you can load the opacity a little bit. Okay. So if we look at it, the business, you can see the way it coming. Business, everything appear great, nice one. So at the point it animates finish, it just disappear. So you can see. So that is very good. So the next one is that we should do the next target modern. I think the next one now should be our, let me see, okay, modern business. Then we follow the next. Okay, so we are able to do this one, like moving the S more in. This one can move more here too. Okay. Oh, was I able to do this thing right now? Let me see it. Yeah, it's good. And this one also move like this. Assuming we want to do it very, very mature, we will have not put the keyframe at the same center. I think being at the same center, that's what causes the lapses here. Now let's see it. I think this one is still better, just having a little bit of gravity, that I and N. I think it's better. Okay, let's just adjust B to B here. Let's take the keyframe to the beginning. B should be more. Okay, then let's see if you can go like this too. Okay, so let's see it. So I think this look a little bit better than the other. Let me see something. Okay, here. I think it's better here. I think it's better like this, so it's a little bit better. Assuming we have not put the keyframe at the same place here, just shift it, maybe one here, another one here, another one here, another one here. It will have looked more hygienic, more mature. Now at this point we have to put what is called the card. So I've shared the link of the card to my Google Drive, so make sure you just download everything. You can even follow this template because I've exported it to my Google Drive. So now we can move. So what we have to do, if you look at this template, I've shared the template, so you can just take a look at the template and use it. So you can move this one here. You can also give it like a different time frame at this place. So I just want to apply the frame here. So alright, almost done. So now the card, I'm going to bring it in now. Alright, so let's make sure we have this here. Let's just do it like this. So a little bit of the accurate. Then this one, I think they are a little bit small, so it must, let's make sure. Oh wow, that might be now. So it must be, let me back it. Okay, so it must be in order. Like this one is a little bit smaller to all the one at the front. Then U and X, click, make sure you click the frame here. UX. Okay, I think US is a little bit, can't fit that place. Okay, I think I get it. So now good. It's just maybe B. Okay. Right. So in a way, our B can be here. Our U is okay. Let's just start from here. Our S2 should be here. The second S2 should follow. Then why the E follow, so that we have space for the next one. Why this one follow, y high, follow, y high, then that should remain x, follow. Make sure you click the keyframe to set it, then remain u, follow, then remain b, follow. Nice one. So when we look at it now, you see the way it come in. That's it. Though I want it to stay have a little bit of gap in appearance, but notwithstanding, you can still utilize the effect of fade. So I think this one can just have one fade, then you fade. Let's give it the fade and see. So fade. So just fade the animation. Now we see it here. Though in a way it's not still, because you can just use one single business to do this one. So in a way, I think if there is a way, like it should still have, it should be separate like this. It should still have like separate way, like let me see, like the X going more like this. The thing that is there is that before you put the frame, before you put the effect, I think this one should go like this. So in a way, it will come like this, like it was moving in. So let me reset it and do it again. So alright, so at this junction, so for us to animate this one, you first put it in let's put it in now, so that you will be able to see it from the beginning. Because if you look at the first video, I'm going to teach us something. Okay, I should be able to, maybe I will have showed us, I should be able to import it here now. So you will see that I first of all look at the video that I want to replicate very well with a long timeline. So I'm going to show us, don't worry. So now we are going to be moving with this now. Alright, okay. So in a way for us to animate this thing, let me stretch it very well. Once you're able to stretch it, just use your 2 fingers to stretch it. Now once you're able to see this thing very well, you'll be able to animate it. Now let's move. Now we know this one have it to this place. Surely it should still be more than this, but notwithstanding, let's leave it in this aspect. Okay, so just make this one a little big, then put it in. Now we want everything. You will see the magic that will happen here. Let's put it in. Alright, also likewise to this one, that it should be business u, okay, this aspect, then x. Make sure you first set it there very well, so that you have correct thing there. Then we have business. Is it I that we have to? Then we have n. By the time we set it finish, okay, we have S here, we have E, sorry, then we have X here, Okay, S should have been here. Then we have this here. Just take it one length. Okay, we have this here. So we have, let's say we have this here.
This thing from animation. It's very simple. Very simple. So let's see. Let's give it from here. Because it's rotated, so you just give it a keyframe there. Let's say this one there. The same keyframe pattern there. What you have to do now is to go back in, then expand this S little bit, then take it to this way. You can see this line. You can see that line. So that's what we are going to do. We're going to expand this again. So I'm going to take it to this line. Just trying to look at. So it's also bold. So the reason why it's not showing very well that is because text is in part of law. So let's leave it on this. You can see. So the best thing you can do to this is to just adjust it. Okay. Alright, so we go to the next step. We just bring our text. So let's just say so that is what we need. The financial control central. If you look at the video very well, you see that's what we use. So I'm going to use this one and this. So I've taught us how to look at the time frame of our video. So that's good. So this one I want to move it very fast. So enjoy. This video is called motion graphics anyway. So we want to move this very fast. So where is it? So we are going to apply fade. Okay, so this way is just coming. Yes, then let's just give it to 10 to okay, let's leave it here. So you can just split it here. Then the next one we have financial. So let's see, because all the tests that I want to do, I want it to be something of 1 second altogether. 1 second. So in that way, let's see this one. Let's just break it in. Then this financial will still go back. And that means that we are going to break down a little bit. I'm going to break it to the right. Then financial to be longer than D.
not just longer. If you listen to the sound, you see the way it moves. So the inertia, okay, control. So at this point now, we're going to have control. Yes. Take it in. Let's take it in. Okay. Speed. So this space wants to be white. Then our text will be another color. Let's give it red. So control. The control is a little bit small. Let's move it a little back here. So now that this face, we have to make it white. Okay, so we have it in that control. And the next thing, control central. This space, I'll take it like this. Good. Just leave it. And leave our pot beneath there. Then for do for mountain business. Let's adjust this one is too big. Okay. Yes. For mountain business. So this business, how it in a way that good. So this will be business, but I want to write it okay, because we're going to write it like disappear. Did that disappear? We have to still do something to it, like giving it an effect, like seeing that it disappear. Now let's duplicate this one. that's what we're going to do for everything. With duplicate, change the P to U. So that's what we are just going to do, just to get our idea. So let me fast and do it now.
Alright, so we are going to set this one now. The phone has to go down. So let's see. So you can just set down, slide down. Okay, you can see the slide down on the phone here. Then it will remain all this one at the top of it, like those one. So we can also use slide down for it. Let's apply slide down. Then I think we just apply an effect for it. So we are going to be maximizing the aspect of effect in this particular project. So you have to pay attention to it, and it will help you a lot to solve problems on video. Because most of this work is done by using up of effects and graphics. So that is it. Now, so I'm going to bring the effects. I'm going to use the effects of blur effects. Let me see. Just use the basic effects here. Yeah. So just adjust it. I'm going to put it here. So we're just going to adjust it here. Alright, so the effect will just be once. Yes. So you can see how the stop went down. So we are going to adjust the effect to the left. Then this one can just be like this. A little bit of adjust. So we want to try to adjust the effects so that you know it's so long. Okay. Just tap on that one, then make sure it's like this. So that effect is in animation, just be fade. Just fade it so that you can see. Very cool. So we are going to duplicate this effect right now. Then we are going to apply it to this place. So at the same section, so that it fades to. Alright. I think this one can just be okay. Let me see this one too. Okay. Yes. At the point of fading out. So that's how you apply the effect. So at this point now, I'm going to apply another text here. So you want to move E and the question mark. E and the question mark follow. E and the question mark. So now this E precisely will come in formats like this. Let's give just a format. Now it will come fade, and the question mark also auto fade. Now let's look at it. At this place they appear fade. I have it like this. Already the E is already on where we need it, so it's already on it. So we just have to move this E to this place. Just move. You can see the red line guiding you. Just move here. Okay. So that when you move, it comes like this. You can see. Then the question mark, same thing. We just move this question mark longer than the E, so that the E and the question will not come together. So you can see. So I think alright, the next one is R and IX. R and IX. So you don't need to prop anything, you just use a keyframe for it. So R, let's be here, then IX. Just take it to the back. It's already at where we need it. So just take it. Now let's see. So let's see the way it moves. So it made the high hex. So the high hex to come like this. The X. Oh, I hope I'm not missing anything. So instead, I should have taken it from the back end. Then the X. So take it from the back. And know that it can move also. It's from also it can move like this. Then usually it can just appear on its own thing. Just apply fade to it, then it should appear somewhere to come like this. That is the So all this keyframe, now if you notice that we are only using horizontal keyframe for it. Got the scope of this one. This is very fast. Actually, we shouldn't see this one again. Maybe just do a little bit of cuts. Alright, so that is it. So the next thing is the disappear effect. So I think since we have our word apple, we can just say out animation. Is the letter by letter the diverge doesn't work very well. Let's give this some awesome fade. Let's give this some light. And this also. Let's give the fade. Out animation. And give this some. Shall should be next. The phone we want it down now, so I think that one is good. Now we can see that we have seen that disappear. I think we have to be able to see it. There's something very special in this thing. Opportunity or something. Let's say shouldn't be together with this one. And delete it. Every should be somehow separate. Then this one will now carry the every. So after this we bring graphics now. I'm going to apply. Look at this place. You can. This is what I talk about in the design of that. When you are able to set okay, so this one is very good. So without wasting much time, we're going to move very fast with it. So now we're going to be animating it in animation of the way it will scale out. You are going to see it open. Now let's use inward open. This is almost what I want, but I think it's much better. Inward open now. So let me see what I can that it is. So by let's do like this space now. This place we're going to make it a second.
So now let's begin the third graphic, which are going to the one that contain our like ID of the interface of the app. So let's bring it in. So I'll find the animation. Can give it. Let's just give it the length like that. Animate everything to the left. Also, this should be the one because animate to the left. So by the time we look at it in, so you can see that everything goes together. Then it will remain this guy. What you have to do is to bring in shape. I'm going to block it. I'm just going to bring in shape in. Then send it back. Then bring it front. Just bring it in front. So let's see it. Bring it to the front. Let's bring it to the front again. So this front unit is front to the front one after the other. That's good. So it has already blocked. So we can even do it like this. So that one will go. We can apply some effect just to feed it. Kinemaster is not having motion blur. So there is the one of my course that is coming up. That's a total animation with smartphone, and we are using aligned motion alone. That one has some functions of animation. So it has some functions of animation that is like motion animation. So let's use this one. Now we don't need to apply all this on its hand. You can just apply automatically. So this just function as a motion block. So we have applied it. Just the same process. What we just have to do now is to apply animation to everything. Then this one is more let's apply this out animation because we want it to run. So Alright, so we are going to the number. Let's just use letter by letter for it, which is soon. Let's just use letter by letter. Sometimes just use letter by letter for this number. It will balance itself because I'm still going to cut it, so it will make it look realistic. Not too small. So we are going to input the next what is it called? The next gap. Now this letter by letter will come. I think the very junction, this one is going down. This one is going down. It should be something like this. So in that case, that means that this one we have it to this place before it's this one. That's good. So at that junction now we are right. So at this place, another what is it called? Close to this thing. Let's make it here so that it wouldn't be too small. Let's just make it here so that it might be too small in that place. So I'm going to copy the cons and the effect again. Just apply like 3 times. Like 3 times. So just make it in. Let's see like this junction. This junction again. This junction is good. So
us to blur it so that it can have a motion blur. So now we are going to move it from here. We have three. We are going to be using 3 points. So let's start from here. This one we want it to be. So we take it to where we want it to come from. Let's take it to like this place is good. Let's do the same thing for this guy. So we now take it back like this. Take your phone, take it. Let's make sure it's just like this. Then we take this guy to take this. So let's do it come. So everything at the back. This one, let's take this one back, the effect back, then this one back. Yes. You can see it has a motion blur. It's just for it to have a motion blur. That's why we apply that to it. So and at this junction we make this one to have some feel effect that it receives something. So at the junction that it enters, let's see it. I think it entered as something. Okay, here, let's see. So at the junction it enters into like a bit let's just make it like this. At this junction, then at this junction. So you can see I make 3. So I will make it to expand here, and it will readjust back because this is the normal space. So you can try this so that you can get what I'm saying. So just a little bit adjust here. Okay. Once it adjusts. You see it here now. You can see it went back. Now the point of this adjust the what's it called? The text, the dollar is going to change. So if we look at the sound frame too, you can see it here just changing. So let's give it, where is this dollar? It's going to change again. This one is not having frame, so you can easily cut it. This point is just going to change. I think it has an effect I used for it when I did the video. Let's do it like 40, change to 6. You can even make that dollar just constant since we are not changing anything. So from 30, change to this one. This one just like let's remove this. Let's remove the effect. So just remove this one. It's not fake. Alright, so now if you listen to the audio, you can see that sound like coins is entering at this 19 seconds. So if you watch the video, you see something like that. So I think the sound starts entering at the same. Let's check it out there. start the coins start entering around this space. So around this space. So by that, so we are going to input our what is it called, our coins. So every file has been on the Google Drive under the video we are watching right now. Okay. So we should have this test day virtual card. Should be virtual card. Yes. Virtual card. Just wanted to have a little bit virtual card for smarter online is paint. Now at this place, let's just leave it like that. Okay, let's leave it like this. Okay, now I'm just going to duplicate one here. Then I just want to use it for the next text. That's what I duplicated. This one, let me still remove the in animation. So what I want to do is to now make this one to fly out. So this one will fly out, this one will come down. So let me just switch from then at this place, another frame. going to apply is something here that will reduce the length, so that when it's going on, we know that. Oh, sorry for that. Just to reduce it a little bit. Get it done. Okay. Alright, let's see. You can see the way it pump up. So it started from here. So that is when our test is going to start. So that's the test that will contain the money. That's the test that will contain the money. So we are going to use. So we have a dollar sign. Let's say 230.05. Now this dollar sign, we are still going to make it stagnant. But notwithstanding, before that, let's have a black color for this.